Lewis Hamilton didn't hide how he felt after the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in Jeddah. He came out and said it clearly. It was a terrible experience. He didn't enjoy a single moment of the race. And this wasn't just about traffic or tire problems. It was deeper than that. He looked and sounded more frustrated than we've seen him in years. That's a big deal when we're talking about a 7-time world champion who has seen everything in Formula One. At the same time, his teammate Charles Leclerc was having a great weekend. Leclerc was calm and confident as he finished on the podium, like it was just another regular Sunday race. This difference between Hamilton and Leclerc raised many questions. Is this just early trouble for Hamilton at Ferrari? Or has the dream already started to fall apart? We need to make one thing clear. Lewis Hamilton is not past his prime. This is the same driver who delivered miracles in wet races like Hungary. This is the same man who battled Max Verstappen in unforgettable races at Silverstone. Hamilton has turned difficult situations into victories more times than we can count. But in Jeddah, he looked lost. It was like he was a guest at a party where he didn't belong. Hamilton said it himself. It was horrible. I didn't enjoy it. There was nothing positive to take from the race. He didn't speak in his usual calm, technical tone. He didn't try to soften the blow. He gave us the truth straight. And the truth is that the Ferrari SF25 didn't listen to him at all. Even with all the adjustments, nothing made the car behave better. He said, "I literally tried everything and the car just didn't want to work with me." Now imagine being Lewis Hamilton, a driver used to cars that respond like they're part of his body. Suddenly, he's stuck with a machine that acts like it has its own mind, and it's not in the mood to cooperate. That's frustrating on a whole new level. Meanwhile, Leclerc was out there driving the same car and making it look like a piece of racing art. So the car can perform, that's clear. The issue seems to be that the SF25 is just not performing for Hamilton. That's the tricky part. If the car was simply bad, Hamilton could adjust. He could learn its problems and work around them. But when a car is unpredictable, good for one driver, terrible for another, it becomes impossible to build trust. It's not a skill issue. It's not an age issue. It's a connection issue. The chemistry between Hamilton and this car simply isn't there yet. Hamilton tried different setups. He made changes to the car. He adapted his driving. But no matter what he did, the car didn't respond. He even said it felt like he was driving in the exact same spot, but the car reacted in completely different ways each time. That's not feedback a driver can use. That's a serious problem, and it's not just about results anymore. It's about how this makes Hamilton look. Everyone in the paddock knows the Ferrari is fast. They've seen Leclerc qualify near the front. So when Hamilton struggles, it doesn't look like a car problem. It starts to look like a driver problem. People start asking, is he losing it? Is he not adapting? Is he still hungry for victory? These whispers get louder with every race, and they hurt, especially for a driver like Hamilton who has built a career on excellence. The question becomes even more painful. Did Ferrari build a car that simply wasn't meant for him? After 2 races, you might say it's just bad luck, but after 3 or 4, people start seeing patterns. Hamilton isn't connecting with this car, and the car isn't connecting with him. In Formula One, there's no time for slow progress. The sport moves fast. It doesn't wait for anyone to catch up. When Hamilton joined Ferrari, the world expected a big comeback story. A legendary driver leaves Mercedes, takes a big risk, and comes back stronger in red. That's the dream. But so far, it's feeling more like a nightmare. No matter how calm Hamilton sounds in interviews, you can hear the disappointment in his voice. The same man who used to analyze every race with precision now sounds like he's trying to stay hopeful while losing faith. When a driver like Lewis Hamilton says there's nothing positive to take from a race, that's more than a bad weekend. That's a cry for help. This isn't about points, it's about identity. It's about being a champion trapped in a machine that doesn't reflect who he is. Right now it feels like Hamilton is stuck. He's watching his teammate shine while he struggles to get anything out of the car. It's awkward, it's frustrating, and it's the opposite of what we expected when he joined Ferrari. But here's the thing. Nothing in Formula One stays the same forever. Things change fast. Sometimes the car gets better. Sometimes the driver finds a breakthrough. And sometimes you realize the problem isn't you. It's the story you're trying to fit into. Let's look at what might be causing this. Maybe it's setup issues. Maybe it's a driving style mismatch. Maybe it's pressure. But if you look closer, really listen to Hamilton's words, watch how he drives, it feels deeper than that. It's about trust. To drive a Formula One car, at the limit, the driver must trust that the car will respond. You brake late not because you want to crash, but because you believe the car will hold. You push through corners because you know the car will stick to the track. But Hamilton doesn't seem to have that trust right now. There's hesitation. He lifts off the throttle when he should be flat out. He second-guesses his braking. Not because he's lost his edge, but because he doesn't know how the car will behave. The Ferrari doesn't talk back to him like the Mercedes did. It doesn't give him the feedback he needs. It just does its own thing. And to make matters worse, he's also trying to learn a